Chapter 6, Mishnah 4. The Mishnah lists women who are prohibited to a Kohen Gadol. A Kohen Gadol may not marry a widow, whether she is a widow from the Arusin stage of marriage or a widow from the Nisuin stage of marriage. Besides prohibiting a Kohen Gadol to marry a widow, the Torah also instructs him to marry only a virgin. This obviously excludes any women who cohabited with a man. The Mishnah now teaches who else is excluded. A Kohen Gadol may also not marry a Bogeres, even though she never cohabited with a man. An opposing view, Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Shimon consider a Bogeres fit to marry a Kohen Gadol. All agree about the following. He may not marry a woman who was struck by a piece of wood in a way that destroys the signs of her virginity. The Mishnah now clarifies the point at which a Kohen Gadol becomes forbidden to marry a widow. If an ordinary Kohen betrothed a widow, and he was then appointed to be a Kohen Gadol before completing the marriage, he may marry her fully, that is, he may complete his marriage to her. Since the first stage of marriage, Arusin, took place while she was still permissible to him, he is allowed to complete the marriage. An incident that supports this ruling. It once happened that Yoshua ben Gamla betrothed a widow named Marsa, the daughter of Baisos, while he was an ordinary Kohen, and the king then appointed him to become Kohen Gadol, and he married her fully, i.e. he completed his marriage to her. The Mishnah now contrasts its ruling regarding a widow who was already betrothed to Kohen before he was appointed the Kohen Gadol with the law of a widow who merely has a Yibum bond with him. If a woman awaiting Yibum fell to her husband's brother while he was an ordinary Kohen, and the brother was then appointed to be Kohen Gadol before he performed Yibum, even if he had already performed Ma'amah with her before becoming a Kohen Gadol, then he may not marry her in Yibum once he is appointed Kohen Gadol. If he was already the Kohen Gadol when his brother died, in the case of a Kohen Gadol whose brother died, so that his widow fell to him for Yibum consideration, the Kohen Gadol must perform Chalitza but not Yibum, since he may not marry a widow.